Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and I'm back with some gameplay footage of one of the most awesome games that you can play on the PSP. At least that's true if you are into arcade racing games like I am. That, of course, is Burnout Legends by Criterion. Now, originally I captured this footage for my main channel. I was doing a video where I'm ranking all of the Criterion releases that were on the PlayStation 2. And, you know, because that video already has 4 Burnout games, I thought it might be kind of interesting to include this one as well. So obviously this is not the PlayStation 2, this is the PSP, but it came out at the same time and it was developed by Criterion. So I just kind of wanted to throw it in there because, you know, it's awesome in many ways. The first one being is just a technical marvel that, you know, how much they were able to pull off. This is a full-blown Burnout game, you know, running on a little handheld, and it still, you know, it still impresses today. Now, if you're not familiar with Burnout Legends, essentially what it is, it's a best of. So it takes parts of the first Burnout, the second, and the third, and then, you know, kind of mixes all that together. Well, it's specifically what they do is they take the levels, I guess I should say, but they take the gameplay and the gameplay mechanics, the driving mechanics, and some of the things that you can do from Burnout 3. And so, yeah, that's why it's called Legends, because it is just, like I said, it's a best of those first 3 games, but again, only on the PSP. And looking at the PSP is really interesting because it really is kind of like a portable, I would say it's a mix of the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1 as far as performance goes. You know, this is not quite as good of graphics as you would get on the PlayStation 2, but it's definitely better than the PlayStation 1, and so that's kind of where the PSP sat. And at the time, you know, it was groundbreaking. It was such a powerful handheld. We hadn't seen anything quite like this, you know. At the time, Nintendo, I believe, was rocking. It was the end of the Game Boy Advance era, and of course they had the DS, but the DS was nowhere near as powerful as this. Also, I should note here that the music that you're hearing is actually not the music from the game. And the reason for that is very simple, is that these games had a lot of copyrighted licensed material, or music, I should say. And so I've muted that in the game, but, you know, because I don't want to get a copyright claim, and I've replaced it with some of the YouTube-friendly stuff, specifically by a guitarist. His name is Ethan Mixell. M-E-I-X-S-E-L-L. And I use his music in a lot of my videos. If you hear something that sounds a little bit like Joe Satriani or Steve Vai or Yngwie Malmsteen, it's from him. And so if you like that kind of instrumental guitar, rock, and metal, definitely check out Ethan Mixell. He sells albums on iTunes, and he's on Spotify and Apple Music and all that sort of stuff. And I'm using his music here because it's just so killer. And so this game definitely holds a special place in my heart. I am a huge PSP fan. It's one of my largest game collections. Pretty much if I see a PSP game that I don't own, I'm often tempted to pick it up. You know, even sports titles at this point, because it's such a cool console and I love collecting for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut up now and let you watch some of the gameplay footage here, kind of uncut and raw. I do a couple more crash modes and then we're gonna go back to some racing. And yeah, I'm sure I will be going back and playing even more Burnout Legends in the future.